most awful service in the entire world. It's scary to know that my passport is not tracked. Our trip is ruined. These are a few of the quotes from the online website when you Google the British Consulate in New York City. Along with these, there are another 206 comments about the British Consulate, and they give an average rating of a 1.9 stars out of 5 stars. As you can see, this is a rather low rating, and it can relate to my later on topic about the British Consulate. So this summer I went to London, and I had to get a Tier 5 visa to get over there. And the whole process was extremely difficult and frustrating. So I'm here to inform you about what went wrong and basically how the main problem can be rectified in the end. So the main problem stems from the overall visa application process. And it can be solved by tweaking a few problems and just tweaking the system in general. So basically, like I said earlier, the British office in New York City is extremely inefficient, and it delays the whole internship process by getting the visa to you later than expected. So the process starts with getting your certificate of sponsorship, and once you get that, then you go through an online registration, and it takes about 3 to 3.5 hours. And it's really long, but I understand that they need a lot of information just to make sure you're credible when you're going over there. And once you finish that, you'll sign up for your biometrics appointment afterwards, and that's to get your fingerprints done. So you go to the closest immigration office, and ours was in Houston, since we signed all of this stuff up in College Station, Texas. So once we went to Houston, we got our biometrics, and we got all of our stuff together, and we had to put our passport, our biometrics, our insurance, and our whole entire online registration form into a packet and put priority access on the front and then ship it to New York City. And the problem is, once they receive it, if they are missing one thing, so they're missing your insurance card, they're not going to tell you that they've received it. So they could have your passport and everything, but they're not going to let you know. So my friend and I were really nervous that that would happen, so we wanted to call them and talk to them about it to see if they had gotten it, but this is impossible. You have to call the UK office. So once you call the UK office, they ask for your credit card information because it's going to be charged a fee. And so we gave them our credit card information, and then they go ahead and email the New York office, who then emails the UK office, who then emails you back. And the whole process is really frustrating. So we did get to know that they got our information and everything, and then priority processing happened where it's basically whenever they let you know that they've gotten it. So it could take 2 to 3 days for them to process your information, and then they'll let you know that they've got it, and that's when priority processing starts. So they process it for 3 to 5 business days, and then after that, they will, from the time that they're finished processing it and they put your visa, they will then ship it back to you. But that time from finishing processing it to shipping it back to you is not counted in the priority processing. And they don't really let you know that. So that's frustrating. And then we got all of our stuff back, and basically there were 16 of us going, so 10 of us got our visas on time and headed to London, and 6 of us had to come a week or 2 later. And once we got to London, we went through customs, and I got there, and they said my fingerprints did not match up. I was not in the system. So I was like, I did everything correctly, and so they talked to their manager, and he came out, and in a few choice words, he said that the New York office is completely useless, and that I was fine to go through. So after going through all of that work, I got to go into London, but it was really frustrating and completely inefficient. So basically, I am obviously not a government official, so I don't know the correct strategy that they would use to fix this problem, but I think that there are a few solutions to fix the overlying problem. And that would be cutting out the middleman in the UK and just talking directly to the New York office. They should open up a hotline so you can call them and they can answer your questions directly. Another would be to explain priority processing a little better, because obviously it's 3 to 5 business days once they let you know that they've received it, but they don't really tell you that. So people are thinking it's 3 to 5 business days and then you'll get it back immediately, and that's not the case. And so another option would be to let other people know that there are actual other options. One of our friends, who was really late in the process, sent all of her stuff directly to an agent in New York who brought it directly to the consulate. And the consulate was able to get it on time and get the visa, and then she got it the day we were leaving for London. She got all of her stuff, and so obviously that was really scary, but she got it on time. And so there are other options. So basically, this is a completely inefficient process, but it can be fixed pretty easily, I think. And just to let you guys know, the German consulate in New York has 4 out of 5 stars. So I'm hoping that in the future, the British consulate can get up to there. Thank you.
5 minutes.